Get those boots yet?
Not yet, man. I'm still waiting on them.
How's the process been so far?
It's been great. I'm really enjoying it to be back to work, man. It's like I was talking to my parents a couple of days ago. I was like, this is the first spring in in the past 7 years where I haven't been playing football. So I'm just glad to be playing football in the football world again.
How much do you feel that playing in the SEC prepared you for the NFL?
It's definitely prepared me a lot from talent level and just the way that we do things in the SEC. I feel like in the SEC things are done to a higher standard. A lot more is expected out of you than some of the other conferences, and that's proven on a week-by-week basis. And you see how much success SEC players have in the NFL. So the SEC has definitely prepared me for where I am today.
I know it's just a walkthrough, but having an opportunity to kind of lead guys as the face of the draft class today, is that kind of your first opportunity here in the league to do so?
Yeah, just to be the leader of this group, I take a lot of pride in that. Yeah, I'm just a natural born leader. So my fellow rookies, I'm excited to continue to learn and grow with them. And we had a great day today.
Any guys you knew beforehand?
I knew Johnny briefly. We're from the same area, so I met him at the combine. So it's pretty cool that we're on the same team now.
Are you in the top last year kind of think helped you get to where you are right now?
This last year helped me a lot, not just as a football player, but as a man going into the year with a lot of uncertainty and having to weather the storm, and then just not having the success that I wanted. And that I was the same person every day. Like even when we were losing the games that we shouldn't have lost, like I was the same person. I was the same Tyler Booker every day. So that just taught me how to be resilient even more than I already was. So I feel like that last year at Alabama like molded me into who I am as a man.
Was it harder for you to do to kind of figure it out, or was it just pretty easy?
I'm not gonna say it was harder for me to figure it out. It was just harder to weather the storm because beforehand, like Coach Saban being there, everybody was like, all right, I'm saying I'm good, but you got some of your best friends in the world leaving, wanting to go to other schools, and then just having to weather that storm and like not having a head coach at the time be like, hey, just stay down. I promise everything's gonna be all right. And yeah, so that's where it molded me as a man.
I think you're one of the first round picks to agree to a contract with their team. Why do you think it got done so quickly?
We're both on the same page. We know that this rookie contract is just, Lord willing, the first of a couple that I have coming in front of me. So I was just focused on getting to work. I wasn't too worried about the little extremities. That's stuff for my agent to worry about. So I told her, I was like, look, let's get this thing done. I'm ready to get to work.
Tyler, you made a strong first impression when the press conference. I'm just curious, how do you approach media responsibilities, and also how much did IMG and going through Alabama kind of prepare you for what's ahead?
Yeah, I really embrace my media responsibilities, and I feel like they're media opportunities just because us as football players, we're not like the other premier sports like basketball or soccer and even baseball. Like we wear helmets, so our face is covered. So us being able to have that brand relationship with people, with fans, with people who watch the game, we don't have those same opportunities. So I feel like whenever I'm doing media, that's an opportunity for me to continue to build my brand and create a relationship with the viewers out there, because this is one of the few times you do get to see my face as a player connected with the NFL and the Dallas Cowboys, going back to Alabama and IMG as well. And both of those institutions really prepared me because they just put me in situations to where I would have to talk to the media. And then I feel like my best media coach was my mom, because whenever I did interviews in high school, she would literally Apple TV them on the TV, and we would watch them back, and she'd be like, why'd you say this? Say this instead of this. Make sure you slow down. Make sure you say this. Make sure you say that. So that was my first media trainer, so I'm very thankful for her.
How much of a whirlwind was draft weekend and the 24 hours that followed?
I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to say if it was so much of a whirlwind for me, because I knew at that point I had done everything in my power to get drafted as high as I possibly can, but also to be the right fit for somebody. Like, the work was done, so I feel like I enjoyed it rather than being stressed out, because I know like the work was done. I just had to surrender the outcome.
And what's been the time like since we last saw you to now? I mean, how are you thinking about moving here? Or what's been the work like? How's it been going?
I really just been focused on getting into the playbook. I really haven't been able to focus on much else. So I'm just glad to be here, glad to be a Cowboy, and I'm ready to contribute this season.
This time last year, your team was going through a transition period and welcoming in a first-year head coach, and the experience that you've learned from that and how that all went down, and also supporting your head coach and Kalen DeBoer. How do you think that can translate to this outfit where Brian Schottenheimer is also going to be a first-year head coach, transition period here? Is there anything you can take over from that experience?
I think it's a similar situation in that both Alabama and the Dallas Cowboys are two nationally recognized programs, two programs that have a lot of tradition, that have a lot of success in its past. And with the new staffs, like, there's a lot of opportunity for us to continue to grow and create new traditions and create new legacies. But we also have to acknowledge the past. So just being in similar situations both years, just understanding, like, yeah, we came from something really good, but we could get a whole lot better too.
Do you
Tyler,
and the
what
other
are the best
Tylers?
ways to go about making those strong impressions when in the NFL there are strict rules that in the off season and even a lot of training camp restrict the contact you can have? You know, it's all about having a physical presence on the line. Then how do you go about making an impression?
Just making sure you know everything that you're supposed to do in the playbook, having a mastery of the playbook, and also making sure that your technique is really good. And this is something I learned at the O-line masterminds that my coach Duke put on. He puts it on in Dallas, actually. So just listening to him and all the other NFL legends, they talk about how you have to take advantage of walkthroughs. And even though you're not able to make contact a lot, you have to take advantage of it. You have to make sure you're over-exaggerating your technique so when the bullets are flying, you're ready to go.
So have you and the other Tylers started a group text called just the Tylers?
Not yet.
What's your initial impressions of the playbook without giving away strategy? I'm just curious of what you've noticed so far.
I like it a lot.
You mentioned that you've been doing work with Duke over at OL Masterminds, and like Christy said, as far as CBA restrictions in the NFL, training camp contact is limited. It's very, very structured. How can doing that extra work with Duke just in your off time kind of help shorten your learning curve as a rookie coming into the season?
It can help a lot, and that's why I train with Duke in the first place. He's the best in the business, in my opinion. All the best train with him, so there's some commonality with that. So I was like, hey, I want to be the best one day. So I want to go train with Duke, and like I said, that was the whole purpose of training with him. Like, he knows what it's like to be great. He's made some of the good players great, you know, and I want to be one of those guys. So training with Duke has definitely helped me for the better, and I'm very excited to go get some work with him whenever I have the availability. And then just having him so close, that's just another resource that I have out here. So that's another reason why Dallas was the perfect spot for me.
You mentioned going from good to great. Is there anything he's taught you so far that's maybe like surprised you, where you're like, oh, that's how you look at that, or that's how you approach that? Or is it just kind of more refinement with Duke at this point?
It's more refinement, you know, and then just building your game. Like, everybody's game isn't going to be the same. So, like, he just told me certain guys to watch, told me guys that I'm similar to, and I just try to add things from their game to my game, because, like, there's only one Tyler Booker. There's only one of everybody in the NFL. You just have to make sure that you're being you, but taking some things from the guys who are great.
Tyler, when was this your dream? When do you remember first dreaming of playing in the NFL? Were you really young?
Ever since I can remember. I can't give you a specific date because, like, ever since I've, like, been conscious as a person, like, I've always wanted to be in the NFL. Like, I've always wanted to be a professional football player. I've always wanted to win Super Bowl. So I've achieved one of those goals. I'm looking forward to achieving that second goal a lot more.
And have you thought about the fact that you've checked that off the list now? As you walk through here, you're now an NFL player. Has that sunk in all the way yet?
Yes, it has, and I'm just on to the next now. I'm just worried about helping my team win, being an asset to my team. You know, like yeah, I'm in the NFL now, but, like, what am I going to do in the NFL? That's what matters.
What do you want fans to call you, nickname-wise?
You can call me T-Book.
Still planning on getting Trina down here? Are you still working through that?
Yeah, so whenever I get my permanent residence, that's when Trina will come down, but I don't want to move her around a lot.
Okay.
Do you have a podcast yet?
No, I'm just focused on playing football.
Did you take a Christmas tree down yet?
That's up to my parents. They're in Connecticut, so I think they will. Kalani got a present, so I'll make sure they get on that later today.
How are you doing with all the names of your fellow rookie teammates?
I'm doing pretty well. So, like, something that I realize, like, whenever I meet you, like, let's say your name. What's your name?
I'm Paul.
Paul. Like, hey, Paul, I'm Tyler. Nice to meet you, Paul. So I just say your name as many times as I can. So that's what I've been doing with some of the rookies, because I'm bad with names. I'm not going to lie.
What about the last names, though?
Last name. Man. It'll come. Baby steps, baby steps. All right. Thanks, y'all. Have a good one.